And then I'm going to quickly make Lisa a
Welcome, everybody. We're so glad you're with us today. And welcome to all of you online. I'm Lynn Hollahan, and I'm going to be reading the mission statement. Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting parents whose children have passed. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. HPH goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. HPH affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at this meeting is voluntary. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Discussions here are confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members. So we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
very good. Thank you so much. And now I need your husband to come up to do the introduction for Sophia. So Sophia Mecum is a shining light mom. She's also a medium, and she's also a Reiki healer. So we're very fortunate to have her here today. Do you want this, or can you talk on your own?
I think I can do it on my own because my wife didn't raise the microphone stand. It was rude. And by the way, as an Irishman, I do not feel it's required for me to wear green. I'm Irish every day. You guys get to pretend for one day to be really cool and be Irish. So through the diverse roles of a wife to a first responder, a mother who has navigated the passing of a child to suicide, and a parent facing the complexities of a daughter's addiction and personal experience of trauma, Sophia gained deep insights into the intricate challenges that we encounter as shining light parents. These experiences have shaped her journey to healing and self-discovery. Her unique gift of intuition has become her driving force, guiding her to help others find healing and hope. This calling led her to specialize as an intuitive healer and mentor. She can perceive, sense, and feel the obstacles that may keep us stuck and overwhelmed. She is here to assist us in clearing those obstacles. She brings personal understanding, experience, and a unique insight that sets her apart. Her mission is to create a compassionate and well-informed space where we can draw upon the inner strength to heal, discover hope, and reconnect with the essence of who we are. After working with hundreds of people, she has found that most of her clients notice a change after the first intuitive healing session. Many clients feel emotional and physical changes, from losing weight to aches and pains disappearing, which are usually trapped emotions. When our energy is cleared and balanced, and we are in the flow, we perceive life from different perspectives, opening us up entirely and exposing us to unlimited possibilities. We are not alone on this path. Sophia prioritizes our healing journeys, and she is honored to be a part of the healing process. Sophia, come on up.
Yay, Sophia. Thank you. I hope this is okay for you. But before Sophia starts, I just want to recognize that Fara is here. Can Fara just come up here really quickly? Fara is going to be, both of these two people are going to be at the conference. Lisa Wilcoxson is also. Lisa, can you come up here as well? Ernie's going to be speaking as well. Could you come up here too, Ernie? As well as, who else is speaking here? Come on up. And they're green too, which is so beautiful. So Ernie is going to be speaking about forgiveness at the conference. He was supposed to be at our second conference. He was at our first conference But unfortunately, both you and Christine got sick for our second conference. It would have been wonderful though. And then obviously, all three of these beautiful people are going to be doing mediumship at the conference. And Fara did so to a full packed house last time. It was not even on the schedule, and it was very overwhelming, but she did an incredible job. So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that these people, as well as our board members and Carol Allen at the back of the room, who really seriously does pretty much everything. Also, Carol, could you just come up really quickly? I just want to say one thing about Carol very quickly. She is obviously a shining light mom. She's also a board member. She has several affiliate groups, and she's a caring listener. But she also has some of the videos on YouTube that have the most views of any of them. And I am 100%, and she's also an author, I wanted to say. But I think that the reason that she does is because she speaks in such a down-to-earth way and lets people know what it's like to go through this journey and how you can move forward and heal. And I really appreciate that. So anyway, we also have Christy here, who is going to be starting this new Art for the Heart group. Do you want to just quick come up here?
She would love to.
Come on up, Christy. She's in green too.
And Lynn needs to come up here too, because she's
Yes, Lynn does too. I mean, Lynn is our caring listener, but she also did all of the interviews. But I was thinking that since she and Jeff both introduced Sophia and did the mission statement, that was perfect. But in any case, yes, she's going to be starting this new group. She's going to have her first meeting at her home on the 24th of March. And then after that, it's going to be by Zoom, because we're going to have leaders throughout the world, which is very exciting. Anyway, so many exciting things happening. And I am just so grateful to everyone here, as well as everyone up here, and to your wife as well, who's not here today. But let's go ahead and let Sophia get started.
Today's Sophia's day.
Yes.
You guys can stay up here if you like. There's no problem. I like to share.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Sophia, as just mentioned, and I am honored to be here. I am also a Shining Light parent, and my journey has been, well, challenging at times and also pretty amazing at different times. And I know that might sound kind of odd, fitting in the same space with those two things. So I think just kind of tuning in today to kind of see which direction I wanted to go. I'm just going to share a little bit about my path and my journey when my son Xander transitioned, and kind of how I ended up being up here, because Sophie a few years ago would have never done something like this. So it's, oh, I guess I need to speak with Zoom too. But my journey with Xander has been pretty amazing, and I thought I would never be able to share that part of my life. So I will tell you, back in November of 2019, our lives we were all working and doing our everyday things. And I'll just tell you, as the night progressed, things kind of shifted a little bit. And this was the night that Xander transitioned over to the other side. And without going into too many details, I was actually there with him and able to release him, if you will, to start his new journey on the other side. And I do remember as things were taking place and things were going on, as the help arrived, you know, me just kind of going outside. And I remember standing underneath the stars and looking up and literally thinking, like, there was no possible way that we would ever recover from something like this. And I remember almost leaving my body, because the energy was just so much to handle. And the things that I was on scene, and I won't get into details of that, but that is a lot to take in, and something that imprints you probably for the rest of your life. So I had a couple of different things going on, and I felt like I literally left my body in order to, well, to stay present for my daughter that was there and my husband that was soon coming. But the feeling of hopelessness and, well, and just being numb, really, of even seeing hope of what the future could have possibly looked like. And so as the night progressed, help arrived and all the things happened, and we found ourselves within 24 hours, you know, deciding to move as we'd been in the home for probably 20 plus years with all the kiddos. And we decided to leave. And it seemed at that point, things were really shifting pretty fast and life really changed to what my normal was. And so trying to find myself in the mix of what had happened, what had taken place, and what maybe the new normal looked like was almost impossible. So I will tell you that after we left our home, we moved into a rental space for a little while. And up until this point, we'd had family businesses, and I was used to working 60, 70 hours with my kids. We had family business. And we kept pretty busy doing that. And now I found myself in a space where my home wasn't there. My kids were in different areas, and this new feeling of what it felt like to even get out of bed or maybe breathe that day. And I began that journey I kind of stayed in that space for, I think it was roughly 6 months. And as that went on, I'm usually a pretty happy-go-lucky person, and this experience, the trauma of everything was so much for me. It was really hard for me to process. And I remember one morning getting up. I get up super early because I love watching the sun come up, and I was drinking my coffee, sitting on the couch, and I remember this voice came out of nowhere, it felt like, and it literally told me, are you going to stay in this darkness, or are you going to go back out in the light? And I was kind of offended for a second that whatever this feeling was, or this voice coming through, would ask me such a thing, because I'd been through such a trauma. How dare you, really? I was in this place where I was, trying to find what it looked like. And we all know, I know you guys understand, that loss is so much for us to process. It's unbearable at times. So I heard this voice, and I'm going to tell you, I kind of argued with it for a little bit, like, how dare you? But I did stand up at that moment. And I remember when I made that choice to go out into the light, I literally had to leave the couch and go out through the front or the side door and go stand underneath the sun. And I was like, here I am, what are you going to do with me? Being kind of sarcastic. So, but that particular moment when I made that choice, I felt some sense of peace come over my body, which I hadn't felt for a while. It was quick and it left quick, but I knew that that was something that I needed to do. One, make a choice to start living again, and two, be open to something else leading the way. And so many months after that, I decided to get involved with, well, it was a course. It was just supposed to keep me busy so that I didn't sit around and stay in my headspace, if you will. And this happened to be on intuition. Well, in my upbringing, I've been able to see spirits since I was super little, and angels, and I've had different encounters, and it wasn't something we really talked about at our house. In fact, we don't talk about those things. So I kind of just stuffed it all away, but I took this intuitive class and I thought, well, this ought to be fun. It'll keep me busy. And so my thoughts were, again, to keep busy. And what ended up happening was I learned how to heal myself and how to release the grief that I was experiencing and some of the heavier emotions that were really keeping me unable to breathe, if you will, and to live life. So I proceeded to stay in that course for probably almost a year and a half, where I learned, again, I started feeling so much better. I couldn't believe what I was experiencing, because before I did take that course, I did reach out to a few counselors and therapists, people that had suggested for trauma. And I had two therapists tell me that my experience was a little too much for them to handle. They didn't feel equipped for it. And I thought, well, okay, so that wasn't the right place for me. And going into other areas, some other tools or therapy methods were offered, and they didn't feel like a right fit for me at that particular time. So I kind of felt alone, and I couldn't really even talk about my grief with others, because unless you've been in this place, there are no words to even describe how you're feeling. Because most people, as you know, they think, well, it's been a couple months, it's been 5 years, you should be moving along in your journey. And that wasn't my case. So as I started doing the intuitive work and really learning how to tune into my own body, as our body has several different energy fields that I know some of us are familiar with. We hear being expressed or talked about, I started going in a little bit deeper, and I started noticing as my grief started lifting, the hopelessness and the depression and that suffocating feeling was starting to leave my body. And I noticed that every day when I took a little bit of time to focus on myself and learn how to maybe manage my own energy or balance that Sophie came back to life. And it took me a good year and a half. And through this, I will tell you, I mean, without Xander transitioning over, that opening, that gate, if you will, wouldn't have been, I feel like, there for me to step through and to be where I'm at now. And as things kind of proceeded, I have children that also are in other unique journeys. We'll just leave it at that right now, still trying to find themselves in the world. And as a mom, just feeling the heaviness of our other children and and our spouses, like, how do they survive through this? And unfortunately, everybody has to figure out their own path. And there wasn't anything I could do to fix or shift anything. But as I started healing myself, I noticed that my energy became more calm, more peaceful. And I noticed that, if maybe my kids or my husband, if they were feeling off that day or super heavy, that I could, what I call, bring in the light or connect the energy of it. And there was this sense of peace and calmness that would overflow out of me. It would almost, shift the energy in the room. And I thought, how amazing is that? I didn't have to say it, because we all know how much our loved ones love to be told what they need to be doing, or maybe you should go to counseling, like all these different things. And so I kind of started playing some different games with what I could do without using words. And so I started just kind of shifting myself. But as I was doing that, I realized that my intuitive abilities came flooding back in. I couldn't believe all the information I was picking back up. I started remembering as a child different encounters I had had. And now I'm in a space where I've learned to keep my overall body energy, if you will, more in an expansive state. I know that sounds kind of weird. And just being connected to the light, which for me is the creator of all things, and allowing that peace and calmness to flow through me so that I can shift the room or help others release what they need to release. And so my journey began as an intuitive healer and a medium, because once you bring your body energy up to a higher place, it's really, it opens up everything. And so now I'm getting information from people. Animals tell me all kinds of fun stories. And I know that sounds a little strange, but everything's all energy. And you'll find even traveling through different cities or trees, or like everything's got a little bit of something to share with you. So the reason why I share that part of it is because if we would be willing to release some of the heaviness that we carry through this process, and maybe make the decision or the choice to start living again, or find a way to have hope in our lives again, that our children find joy in that. They are just so happy. And being able to receive that information, not only through signs and different types of messages, but have them just be they're with us all of the time. So how amazing would it be if you were in a space of releasing some of your heavier stuff so that you could communicate easier? And it's not even with words. Yes, you can speak and use your words because that's helpful, but being in a place where you can just pick up the energy and have these conversations with our loved ones that are so amazing, never replaces the physical being. So please don't say I don't struggle with that. But the ability just to communicate with them and know that they are even more busier on the other side than they were here, and so full of life, they're back to their original state of being. And I know that's hard for us to understand sometimes, being spirit first and being having a human experience, and these bodies, sometimes they're heavy. they almost feel like, I don't know, I think someone said one time an astronaut suit, which I've never had one on, but I can only imagine the heaviness of it, or just the view that we're able to see that's so limited. There's so much more out there. So so I'll get back to Xander. Xander has, now that I'm open to having a different relationship with him and releasing all of that heaviness that I've been carrying around, I just could not make this stuff up. He is so busy. He's with me all the time, and he's always guiding me and lining up different opportunities and things that I would have never done before. But my heart's desire now, since he's transitioned over, is to be in a compassionate place, to hold the space for others that are also going through this healing journey and helping others along the way. So through his transitioning over, I've been able to help, I don't know, a couple hundreds of people through healing. And that is just heart healing for me, to be able to give back in such a way that I never even thought was possible. So that's funny. Okay, not right now. So there's a lot of activity going on. So where I want to go back with that? Wow. Yep. So we're just being open to a new experience. So for us today, if you guys are okay with it, I would love for us to go into a type of a meditation and just really bump up the energy in the room. And I know that sounds maybe a little strange for some, but and through that, we'll kind of just start off with a little meditation, but I would like to kind of tune into the collective of the group and help. I won't use names or anything, so please don't feel like I will do that, but just kind of pick up what's going on in the room and help release some of the heaviness that maybe you came in with today. And I think you will find that, well, my hope for you after we do this is that you leave feeling a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit encouraged, and maybe a little bit of hope. I know that we all need that during this time as we are working through things and trying to find out what the new normal looks like. So let me just see here. Yeah. So we will just, if you guys just kind of get comfortable in your chairs, if you want to close your eyes, please feel free. If I say anything that maybe doesn't resonate with you, it's okay just to release it and just be okay with that. So just everybody get comfortable, feet on the floor, hands gently in your laps. And I'm just going to kind of take a moment for myself and just kind of bring up my own energy here. We're just going to welcome any type of supportive help right now as we go into this meditation and this release session. Ask for our loved ones to step in. And you could just kind of maybe look up a little bit as if you're gazing at the sun, as if it was above you. And you're feeling this warm sunlight, this energy coming off the sun. And just like for you just to sense this energy coming in through the top of your head, fully connecting you to the creator of all things. And just allowing that energy, that golden white light, to come into your ears and your eyes, and your nose and your mouth. And just coming down into your throat, and just allowing this liquid light to go into your shoulders. Just kind of seeing or sensing it coming down your arms and into the palm of your hands. Maybe you're able to sense that. And just bring that light back up through our arms and into our shoulders. And just see this warm liquid light coming into your heart space. Just allow this energy just to fill up, fill you in. It's comforting, it's supportive, it's healing. It's resetting and it's cleansing. Just allow that warm light just to come down into your core, into your stomach, to your lower abdomen, down into your legs. Just sense that moving down through your knees, your calf muscles, down to the bottom of your feet. And just kind of see that light coming out of the bottom of your feet. We're actually just going to take that down into the center of the earth where there's another energy field down here that's again supportive, helping your physical presence as you're here on the earth. Just bring all that energy back up to your feet, your calves, your knees, up into your thighs and your legs, up into your core. And just allow this light to connect in your heart, connecting you from above and below. And we're just going to see this light come out of your heart. And this light's going to fill up this room 360 degrees all the way around us, above, below your feet, and all the way around. And if you're able, we're just going to keep taking the energy out of this building. Just kind of see it going out, go past the property, just going up out of the state. And if you're able, just keep going up, or you can maybe see the planet underneath your feet. And here's where a really calm, peaceful energy is at. A sense of peace. It's uniting and bringing together all of our heart energy into one place. And we're just going to ask for supportive help again, just to come in as we go through this process. As I just kind of tune into the collective, I'm just going to ask that if around your heart, if you feel like you might have a heart wall, as we call them, maybe it's hard for you to have hope, to breathe, or even to have desire to get out of bed right now. So anywhere that energy is lodged in your heart or even around your lungs, we clear and transmute that. Just allow it to come out of you. You may feel a sensation in your body. If you don't, that's okay too. And anywhere where we're carrying like a heaviness around our shoulders and our neck and around our back, almost as if it's a weighted blanket, just take that weighted blanket off today. See it drop to the floor. We just ask for a lot of love, calm, peaceful energy just to surround you and wrap you up. And I keep hearing the word despair. So anybody that feels like that resonates with, we just clear that energy out of your body. Anywhere where maybe you're struggling to find the energy to live life, your daily life, feeling overwhelmed or heavy, we clear and transmute that energy out of your body. We just say, thank you, body, for showing us that. And anywhere down by your feet, where some of us have felt like maybe a rug's been pulled out from underneath us, and we can't quite find our footing yet. And we're struggling with finding our balance, what the new normal looks like, and even struggling with the purpose of life. Why am I here? Why is this happening to me? And I just ask you to just be open to releasing those thoughts, that energy, that imprint in your body, and allow it to flow out of you. And anywhere you may feel like you have to hold it together for others, that you're responsible maybe for your family's healing or their ability to get out of bed in the morning, just like you just to release that and just see it, that obligation or your tendency to caretake, just to release it. Let it float up into the air and watch it go. Because the truth is, we're all supported. Even when we don't feel like it, we're guided by loved ones and our angels from the other side. So just kind of feeling around here. If there's anyone that feels like maybe even they've got sucker punched in the stomach from life, if you will, from the things they've experienced or witnessed or seen, we clear and transmute that energy in the stomach area and up through the diaphragm. We just ask for a lot of love and light and peace to come into this area. Just asking it just to dissipate and release. And I hear the words guilt. guilt. You should have done more. You should have seen it coming. You should have seen this. Maybe you should have did something different. So anywhere you're carrying that heaviness, I'm just going to ask you to just to release it and know that things were the way they were supposed to be, with the people in place that needed to be, and that there is purpose in life. So I just ask that you find comfort in that and maybe able to release a little bit of that. And what would it take for you just to have hope with this situation right now? And know that you're, again, supported and you have everything you need. We just need to open up and release all of the stuff that you're carrying around. And maybe it's regret or resistance to the new, resentment, I hear. So anywhere you're carrying those things that are lodged in and around your body, someone has it in their lungs. It's almost hard for them to breathe. It's super heavy, and it's every day just kind of eating at them. So if that resonates with you, just want you to see that it's leaving your body right now. Just release, release, release. That you're safe, you're okay. And just breathe, just breathe. So anyone that has, well, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just kind of hearing different things that may be triggering for them. Maybe a knock at a door, doorbell, or even the phone ringing, because maybe that's how we received some of our news for us. So anywhere the energy is really heavy around those actions or devices, we just clear and transmute that. Anywhere that triggers you or makes you feel kind of anxious inside, we just ask for a calm, peaceful energy to come in through your body, just allowing your body to receive that. And I don't know if someone's actually developed physical heart issues, maybe palpitations or something to go on with your heart. And it feels like it may have started after your loved one had transitioned over. And I can tell you that that is unprocessed grief lodged in your body there. It feels like it's in your lungs and in your heart space, but also in your stomach, because it feels like you just swallowed everything because you just really didn't know what to do with it. So I'm just gonna kind of see some blue light coming into your heart, asking your heart to reset, recalibrate, and just to function as it's supposed to. It almost feels like the trauma, the event of what took place, the news that you heard literally kicked your heart out of alignment, is how I would word that. So anywhere that is, we just clear and transmute that. We ask for your heart just to realign, knowing that it's safe and okay. Just if that's you, just take a deep breath and let the air come in, that white light just to come into your body, knowing that it's resetting, that it's okay. And anywhere some of us may feel numb to the grief and the sensations that are around us, and we're kind of just on autopilot getting through life right now, not remembering the days or the time. I'm just going to ask for your nervous system to really reset. In the back of your head, the front part of your forehead, just going to see light coming down into your system. And just say thank you for that. Anywhere in your lower back where you've stuffed your grief and maybe you've got aches and pains back there, or your back hurts often. I don't know, I see someone that's at work often in a chair, but it feels like it's just from sitting all day. It's not, there's things stuffed back there energetically, if you will. So we're just going to kind of release all of that. And even our minds, I can just feel that some of our minds, maybe thoughts that are just kind of like a whirlwind. They don't stop. They just keep going. Replays, replay, replay of all the things, should have, could haves, and would haves. So I'm just going to ask for peace, 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 peace to come into the top of your head. Just allow your mind to settle down. And know that it's okay to just take a moment and breathe. And just say thank you for that. And anywhere in your joints, it feels like someone's got something going on with your wrist and your fingers and maybe shoulder. There's just something going shoulder. It feels like the right side, that there is maybe some inflammation going on in there. So anywhere there that inflammation has to do with resistance or resentment, we clear all that energy out of your shoulder, your elbows, and your wrist. And just ask for that all to come out. And just say thank you for this. And just like for us to just take a moment, take a deep breath in. Just kind of blow out, release anything that you might feel like you need to. I'm just going to ask for the kids to kind of step up right now. Just for our hearts to be open to receive message or a feeling or a sensation. Just really want to encourage you with our kids that everybody is good, they're happy, they're whole, they're full of light, free with zero limitations. And I can almost hear several of them just asking for us as parents to release this struggle that we're in right now, this heaviness, so that they want us to be happy. They want us to live life. And they recognize that it's not easy for us here. But if you allow them just to guide you and direct you into new places, that you guys can connect in a new way with this on a healing journey. I'm just going to ask for peaceful energy just to really come in and increase the energy in this room. If there's anything else you are feeling in your body that feels heavy or uncomfortable or any type of discomfort, just release it now. And just ask for calm, peaceful energy to flood this room, helping you to heal, to find hope, to know that your life is important and that your light does matter. And if you would be willing to kind of help yourself through this time or get help, ask for help. I hear that's funny. Some of our kids are saying that my mom doesn't like to ask for help. My dad would never ask for help. So I'm encouraging you right now that if that's you, this is the place to be doing it. That there's something for you here. And that you're here in the right place, the right time, connected with the right people. So I'm just going to have lots of love flood the room. Again, calm, peaceful, healing energy flooding through your body as we are all connected to the creator of all things, one with heart energy, here to support each other in a safe, comforting space. When you're ready, just kind of come back into your body, maybe touch your fingers or your hands, get a sense of where you're at. And when you're ready, you can kind of just open up your eyes. This is something that I have learned to do with myself at the wee hours of the morning. I have visitors, we get up at 3. From the other side, we're up pretty early. But I just want to encourage you guys to find that time, that space throughout the day, usually in the mornings before you get going is a wonderful time. And just know that you are capable and able to raise your overall body's energy to physically and emotionally heal yourself. Now, I'm not saying to not seek, a doctor or therapist if that's what you need to do. That's obviously for you to make that call, not me. But I just want to encourage you to do that. And hopefully you found yourself to feel a little bit different right now. And just really quick, does everybody feel okay? Or does anybody have any weird sensations in their body that feel heavy or off, I should say? Okay, because if so, I'd want to see you. But if you can start doing something like this in the morning, some type of maybe meditation, if you can't quiet your mind, that is absolutely okay. For me, I had to see the sunlight coming into my body as if I was a sunflower, and that worked for me. And then from there, I just kind of tune into my body, and it's like your body will start sharing things with you and telling you things. And those are the things, if you're having an off day and something flares up, well, I'm going to tell you your body is saying, hey, we need some attention in this area. You've got anger or unforgiveness, and what can we do in that moment? It's showing you that for a reason, and it's uncomfortable and it's not okay. But if you can just take that moment and be like, okay, I'm irritated right now, what do I need to do? And know that there's purpose in it. When you continue to do this, you'll notice that life becomes a little more brighter, more color comes back in your day, and you can breathe a little bit. And by you helping yourself, we are all helping the person next to us and the planet and anything else you want to put in that category. So does anybody have any questions? Did anybody feel their loved ones show up? Did you have a question? Do you have? Okay.
Lisa.
I have a question. My battery died and someone online had a question.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to know what was the healing class that you took. Elizabeth, you could see it in the chat. My battery died, I'm sorry.
Okay, yes, so
Is that something you want me to
yeah,
share?
if you could maybe just share that, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have heard of Christy Marie Sheldon. She's been involved with a bunch of different things, but I found her in 2015. I always wanted to get involved with learning how to use my intuition, and for whatever reason, I never did. So oddly enough, my husband made the comment, why don't you plug into something? And I forgot all about it. Well, let me just tell you, that got brought back to me 3 or 4 times. I'm like, okay, I'm signing up. So she is phenomenal. She's very light and encouraging and inspiring. So, and I will say that it's not easy. There's days that you wake up and you're pretty much, I don't want to do this, and that's okay too. I give myself a time limit, like 10 minutes, if I want to feel bad and cry or whatever that looks like, because we do need to feel those feelings, and we do need to find a way to release them somehow. Some of the other things that I found really helpful is, oh my gosh, when I first started this journey, I would walk with a podcast in my ears. I would walk 2, 3, I think my longest was like almost 6 miles one day, and I just had to walk. I had to get it out of my system. Our bodies are so full of energy because that's how we're created. And if you're not moving somehow, whether it's a hike, a walk, a swim, it's just kind of stays stagnant, and that's not good for us either. And that's where aches and pains show up, or maybe some of us put on weight I did that, like I put on weight for no reason and nothing had changed. But what it was my body creating kind of a buffer zone to protect myself from all the harshness around me, because I was under so much stress, not only with my husband's job, it's pretty intense, and Xander transitioning, but I have another daughter, my oldest. She is on fentanyl and she lives underneath the bridge in Tempe. So, and I've got another son that's military and he's got his own little story. So I say that to you not to make you feel worse, but as parents, we do have the ability to work on yourself. Like it all starts with you. If I could put it any simpler, it all starts with you. If you want to help your loved ones and others around you, I just really encourage you to tune into your body and release, because we are very capable of doing many things. And all the doors that have opened up since I've made that choice, I would have never been able to. And I've told Xander from this moment on, from the moment I released him, I told him that he could go, that I would find him on the other side. And that was not easy for me to do that. But the things that I witnessed and saw also, have been able to take the heavy charge, if you will, away from the pictures that I was experiencing over and over without going through some different therapies. Like I was already in that space, so I had to find a way to get out of it, so that they weren't just flashing through my mind. But I learned something. That's my golden nugget. I went through all of these hard things and witnessed and saw things I probably should have never had to see as a mom. But now I know how to help other people. And That is how I will probably spend the rest of my days, is helping others heal, whatever that means. So thank you so much for listening and hearing me. And if there's any questions, please, I'll be in the back, let me know.
Well,
And
first,
I love you guys.
if there are any questions right now, please feel free to ask. Yes, go ahead.
Sophia, did you ever try EMDR or?
So that was actually recommended to me. For myself, again, this was for me, I don't want to stray anybody, but I was already seeing the images so much in my head, if I understand the therapy, that method correctly, to go into it often, I didn't need to do that for myself. I have found through energy work that when working with others and even myself, the energy comes up for about 15-20 seconds in that space, and then crying, releasing, it could be a yawn, it's really weird. That energy dissipates, and the negative charge attached to those memories, it's almost like a neutral space, and I can go into it now and it won't recall or trigger me. So I don't know if that's helpful.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and that is that I think that Sophia is probably one of the calmest, most peaceful people that I know. And I know that this is coming from your work. I know that you're naturally probably a very calm person, but I feel so calm from doing that meditation. It's really a wonderful thing to do. Any other questions that you have? Maybe for Sophia before we share. We're going to break into sharing sessions, and we have lots of people to help us here today.
Yes, lots of help. I will say one more thing. So with the practice of kind of connecting to the light and bringing that energy into my body, I've been able to listen to my kids and their stories and their activities and where they're at in life, and really just even my spouse, and just be in a really a really calm, peaceful state without any judgment or labels or, emotions or anything attached to it, and just be really okay knowing that they're taken care of. I got to take care of me. I'm here if you need me. And that has helped me so much. Otherwise, I don't even know what I would be a hot mess right now. Not that I'm not some days, but yeah.
Well, I haven't seen you be a hot mess, but I also think that it's just such a wonderful thing that it's so evident that it is possible to transform from, for instance, the sight of whatever has occurred, having that replaying in your mind constantly, every single minute that you're not doing something else, to being able to use that to help others and to show them. So at the beginning, you were talking about that this is almost like a gift at the same time.
Yes.
So could you maybe just say a little bit about that and how that is?
And I thought I would never be saying this. When I say I thought life was over, I'm telling you guys, I threw out all my dress clothes and heels, and I threw out everything, like life was over and done. So being able to recognize that my grief, how far down I went with it and what I experienced with that, and coming back up and how I started to feel better and kind of heal myself with all of that. I recognize now that that was a gift, almost as if a gate or a portal or something opened up that I could step through if I choose to. And just living from that perspective now, it's a gift. And do I miss my son? Every single day. And the mama bear in me would tell you that nothing will replace those big old cheeks and those hugs. But on the other hand, through his leaving and transitioning over, I've been able to help so many other people that were on the verge of making a decision of staying or not on the planet. So, and the other thing too, even through my daughter's drug use and where she's staying now, I recognize that that's a heavy situation, but my golden nugget out of that, because I've worked on myself, is, oh my gosh, I have been invited to go into a community of another 15 people that don't feel safe with others, and it's somebody else's child or baby, and I get to go in and feed them now, and I get to go in and love on them. And it's almost like I kind of my daughter's life a little bit for this community of people. So if we're open to it, there's golden nuggets everywhere. And we just need to maybe be open to living life in a different way. And it's not always easy, but there's a lot of amazing things that can possibly happen. Everybody needs somebody, and sometimes family is not easy to get to, but I promise you that all of us have loved ones out there that would love the hug from somebody else or need that kind, compassionate space. So, yes.
That's beautiful,
say
and I
that
think
now.
that it's important to also say that we're one big family too now. I mean, having this happen has made it so that we've been able to find each other. And I know that it's our kids who have led us to each other.
Yes.
And I feel so grateful to know the people that I know in this community. And I feel that it's more fun to talk to people who are in this community, because everybody who is open to talking about some of the most incredible things about ways to move forward and heal, but just about life in general that are not important to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Many people are focused on the next car that they're going to buy or the next home that they're going to buy.
So true.
And they're concerned about daily, day-to-day things that I think we were able to kind of come above all of that and understand that there's a bigger picture, and that our kids are with us every step of the way. So
Yes, I am super grateful for helping parents heal, and just, I don't even know where I'd be without this community. So I need you guys just as much, and thank you. I just love everybody. Thank you.
well,
Thanks
and
for
it has
being
nothing to do with me and it, about anybody. Actually, it's just the kids got us all together. They're pretty amazing, and I just feel so grateful to all of them. And thank you so much. So if you have any other questions, Sophia is going to be helping with the sharing sessions. If you guys would like to be part of the sharing sessions, please stay. We're going to break into smaller groups, and we're going to have Fara helping, as well as Sophia helping, as well as Ernie and Jeff and Lynn and Lisa, and we also have Carol. So let me see who all are. Oh, and if you'd like to help as well, we'd love to help, to have you help. Is that okay? So Christy will also be helping to moderate different groups. So I can see that we probably have enough people here for maybe 6 groups. Is that okay? We can have smaller groups that way. And I also wanted to say that Dana is a Shining Light mom. She is not certified by Mark Ireland yet, but I think she will become certified. But I remember meeting Dana several years ago, many years ago now. It's been a while, and meeting with her beautiful children as well. And my kids met her kids, and she is now a practicing medium. So the really wonderful thing about this journey is that you do things that you would never in a million years, I'm sure you never thought that you were going to become a medium.
I didn't even know what one was.
You didn't even know what was exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, who does know what one is unless they have something like this happen in their lives? So Lisa's the same way. I mean, you already had all of these things coming to you, but you would have never thought to become a medium, I'm sure. As well as, I don't know about Fara, I think that you've been this way for your whole life. You were born
I was
that
born
way.
weird.
That way, I guess. Right? And then obviously for Sophia, it was the farthest thing from her imagination that she would become a medium and a Reiki healer, right?
That's for sure.
So there are magical things that happen on this journey, and we're very fortunate to have a lot of people here who can help us to navigate this journey that doesn't always have to be sad. There are a lot of very happy things that happen. And the most important thing is that you can move forward and experience joy again, which I think that most people at the beginning of the journey think that that's an impossibility, but we do. So anyway, if you all would like to stay, I'm going to just ask people to, for instance, if I can just count people off. First of all, I'm going to name who's going to have the groups. So Ernie's going to have a group with, let's see, Fara. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys are going to be on one section of the room. Maybe you can both come up here if that's okay. And then just move the chairs around. It's fine to move the chairs around. And then we'll have let's see, Sophia and Lisa, is that okay? Or no, how about Sophia and Christy? Is that okay to be together in a group? Okay. And then after that, we're also going to have Lisa and Carol, who's not here, because Lynn and Jeff can be together, right? Is that okay? And then, how many does that make? And who have I missed now? So why don't you guys go over here, Christy over here. And then Lisa, you stay here with Carol, she's got your guy, she just stepped out. And then you guys can go back in the back. What we need is about here.
We need a budget too. Oh, I didn't get it. Maybe not the So good. I don't like this.
And he didn't want to make one room here. Stay home. An extra we have been in the country for 16 years. What is called right now?
We're going to sign off now, but we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody.
And I even don't know everything our mission was being done, but a sudden unexpected death of epilepsy. So this is why my son was